Welcome to episode 4 of my MapleStory Reboot Hyperion progression series. Um, we've already done all our weekly bosses since weekly boss reset. Today is day 9. I actually didn't play at all during day 8. Today is Thanksgiving. Even though I know people will probably be watching it after. Happy Thanksgiving. It is my favorite holiday. I think moving forward, the recordings are going to be more and more spread out due to exciting things happening on the character. So from dailies and 7 monster parks, we went from around 20% to 66%, level 233. So getting close to Esfera. I am going to try to hit Esfera today before all the Thanksgiving festivities begin. But first things first, we are going to get our Abso shoulder and our Abso gloves. So I still need to do Dark World Tree and Scrapyard weeklies. And that should give us enough for those 2 equips. And we're going to go ahead and throw just as many flames as it takes at the Abso gloves to get a good flame on them. So I'm going to go ahead and knock those things out. After that, we're probably going to go ahead and do our food storage and then use the rest of the EXP buffs that I have active to grind out probably Shadow Dance Hall 3. I know Shadow Dance Hall 2 is the popular one, but I don't like changing channels to try to find a map. Shadow Dance Hall 3 is always vacant, you know. And I have a pretty good rotation for that map as Buccaneer. I just go clockwise and use Serpent Vortex to go diagonally down the far right-hand platforms. And then I set my Urda Fountain in the top left, 1 platform down. So it's pretty easy to super jump and get that rotation down as Buccaneer. But more importantly, let's get a good flame on our Abso gloves. Alright, it is time to claim our shoulder. Let's make sure we buy the right thing. Okay. I love how that looks already. And claim our gloves. Because we need to use the flames that we have, because there's no telling if I'm going to get anything otherwise to use the flames on before they expire. So make sure you got the right selection again. Pirate gloves. Hold on. I must not have actually... Oh yeah, I didn't exchange. Duh. Could go cape or shoes, but I mean, look how bad, like that's an okay flame for level 130 gloves, but I don't know if I should go shoes or gloves. The thing is, we have a cube sale, and to me, the one thing I can use the cube sale on, and then maybe some accessories, would be these gloves, because getting a crit damage line on your Abso gloves is pretty key. If you get 2, you just happen to get super lucky, or if you get a crit damage line and like 2 line of your stat, which we might end up having to kind of go for. The kids are going crazy, thanks. Because we might end up having to go for, because we're not even close to Arcane gloves, like whatsoever. So let's go ahead and make some gear upgrades here. This will be nice. I'm pretty happy we have these this early on. And I'm going to look by expiration date to determine what I use. because I don't want to even open the door for anything to expire. So, yeah, 45. So let's go ahead and flame these. Wow, one flame again. This keeps happening. One flame. Are you serious? I'm not joking. Like one flame. Like look at my inventory. Same amount. 40 was the karma stack. What? I keep getting so lucky. This is insane. Okay. I need to use these flames, y'all. Like I can probably flame that. I don't want to flame that. 3 and 56, but 6 attack. We're still wearing our temporary coat. 4 and 56, 4 and 40. I'd rather like flame things like accessories than. Let's see, today is the 23rd. I don't have that much time to like get something like a Dami. We'll at least hold on to them until we know for sure we're not gonna get lucky. Maybe we'll even get like a superior Gollux belt or earrings. Which like the flames on those aren't good, but I'd rather use them to something that I'm gonna wear for a really long time. I can't improve these now though. I'll at least improve these because that's not that good. So, well, hold on. 5 and yeah. The problem is I don't want to waste money getting a separate set to 12 stars and then something like an E-pot scroll. I wouldn't need to use that though because all these just cubes from boss drops would probably get it to epic. But there's so many flames in this event, I might as well just do this. And we can almost be certain that, I mean, that's already better. No. I want something like at least 40 flat stat and then some all stat percent. Because the flames on these can be good. It's just that it's farming gear, so I only care so much. I mean, I'm wearing it for bosses right now, but it's not actually like bossing gear. I should have kept the small gain that we got. 8 additional stat, and I think it was 5 weapon attack or 6 weapon attack. I should have kept it. Because I'm going to run out of flames right here. Watch. That's like basically the same thing we started with. Sunk cost fallacy. I think that's 35 and 3 now. If that would have said 35 and like 6. Oh goodness. 42 and 4 and 3 attack. Okay. I like that better than the previous. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get... Hi Joshi. We're going to go ahead and get our... Hold on. 5 and 35. I kind of want to flame the Mechanator as well. We don't have that many flames left. Let's do it. It was 55 strength before. $40. This isn't looking too hot. 67 and 4. If only that was strength. Oh boy. $20 and 6. I probably would have accepted that if it was strength. Uh-oh. This ain't looking too good, y'all. I got 7. 7 flames. See, this is why I don't usually start, because then I'll get carried away and I'll make bad decisions. It was 55, so this is a little bit better, and I'm kind of down. So I'm gonna just keep that. That's probably a little bit better than 55 flat strength. So we'll just be satisfied, have some self-control, and call it there. That's not a good flame, but I don't have a ton of choice. I think we can also... See, that's 9%, so I don't want to roll off of it using all of our hard cubes and solid cubes. And then not tier it up and then end up on something worse, like 3% strength less. However, even more reason to just not cube that right now is, yes, it's next week, but that is 200, bro. Like, we're gonna tier up our event rings. So, and then there's a legendary scroll for whichever one is lacking in tier ups. And I thought that there was one more, yeah, right here. So that's also like the end of next week. So I'm definitely not gonna throw any cubes at rings. Oh, you know, I'm tripping. We have 2 Abso pieces that I need to actually do something to besides the one. I'm so happy. 70 and 5 on 1 flame, bro. Color me fortunate. Okay, so I knew I had these left over. Okay, please don't need potential stamps. Okay, you don't. So even if... Okay, you do, but this one is a gold one, so 80%? Come on, man. Nice, okay. So, for the Absos, I can't remember, I think it's 7th? No. 8th? No. 4th. Also no. Is it 3rd, or am I just tripping and I don't have any? Yeah, where's all my 12 star scrolls? I must have used them all. Okay. Or did I just leave them in the inventory? No, they're not in here. I must have used them. I didn't think that I did, but okay. I'll probably get them to 10 stars for now. And the reason I don't want to go for 12 is because we are penny pinching, y'all. Because they, you know, of course they released this server so close to a shining. So everybody's starting from scratch, and then in 2.5 weeks from scratch, you know, we got to come up with some money for Shining Star Force. So, yes, I wasted a bunch of money on miracle circulators before, but I mean, I was just hoping for some drop rate, y'all. But 10 stars is almost just as good as 12, you know. And so with that, we'll go ahead and throw all of these at the gloves, you know. There's always a chance. And then if we feel like we're not going to tear them up, we'll just move on and just accept 1 line of strength. Well, at least 7%, right? Oh, nice. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and throw all the solid cubes at it. Hold on, let's do this first, because this technically has a higher chance. So if by some miracle, okay, it was only 2 cubes anyway. See, here's the issue. is do I keep going for the tier up and get greedy, or do I accept that I have a line of strength at least? It's an upgrade no matter what. I mean, the gloves we're wearing are pitiful. Yeah, I don't think it's that big of an issue. Even if we don't end up with basically anything. Just the set effect alone from... Sorry, the set effect alone from having another 2 Abso pieces on is already like a win, you know? Okay, so that's actually kind of good that it didn't tier up towards the end, because then I would have had to have bought cubes. So just 1 line of strength, that's all I care about. Even if it's 7, yeah, I'm gonna 8, yeah, 8 cubes. I can throw the rest at this. No matter which way you look at it, it's an upgrade. Okay, that's 7 on the bottom line. Is there anything I can just try to tier up? I mean, yes, is the answer to that. Oh. Yeah, I really thought I kept. There was 5 12-star scrolls that were part of the... I need to take another look because I don't... Okay, it wasn't in boxes 3 or 4. Yeah, it was in 7. Did I even do that on this character? Now I gotta go character hopping to just hope that I... And then if I don't find them, I'm like, okay, yeah, I used them, but on what? I truly don't know. Oh, you know what I think I might have done? Is I think I did 1, 2, and then maybe 3, 4. Okay, so I used 4, and then I think I threw 1 in storage and just slapped it on a mule because I know I have a lot of Legion to train still, so it wasn't a huge waste. And we'll just hang on to the 5 hard cubes we have left. So, yeah, some pretty solid gains. So over 13k stat now. And what's the set effect for 3? Another 20 boss and another 40 attack and 30 all stat. So, yeah, pretty satisfied. So our next play is going to be food storage and grind it out for the remainder of the buffs. We are 67.5%. Like I said, I'll be at Shadow Dance Hall 3. And I don't think we'll... I mean, we might level up. I really don't. Actually, no, we will because of the food storage. So, yeah. I don't know that I'll get as Farah prequests in before, like, Thanksgiving really starts, you know, going down. But we'll be 236. I mean, that goes without saying. All right, just about to hit 236. And didn't even come close really to hitting or to leveling up within the time limit of the coupons. I thought we were going to, but no, I think I got to not even 90% by the time or maybe it was just about 90% by the time my EXP buffs were getting ready to expire. But I kept training for a little bit, even off 2x or MVP or gold pot or anything. Just because as soon as we level up here, I might just use the EXP points or tickets, whatever you want to call it, from the fishing game to hit 239 right away. But I might also not do that. I'm debating. What do I... So Celis doesn't have any... Celis doesn't have any familiars. And while it's tempting to hurry up and get to Celis, it might be more wise to use the ESP tickets to essentially skip Celis and get right to Moonbridge. Because we need better FAMs, y'all. I at least, like, I know you can't ever really expect to hit anything in FAMs, but we at least got to get the regular drop rate line, like 60% drop. And then I'll be happy. Obviously, I'm still going to farm FAMs past that. Or maybe super lucky and we'll hit large drop rate before we get regular 60% drop rate familiar. But, like, I can't keep going on with basically having no FAMs. I mean, okay, I have 15% IED, 15% IED, and 30% drop, but it's not enough. Like, I need better. So it's tempting to get to 239 right now because I haven't used any of the EXP tickets. Yeah, I just have 4,000 just chilling. So, but I think it'll be way smarter to obviously do the pre-quests, but essentially skip Celis. Like, even though one of my favorite maps to farm on this class is in Celis, Falling Edge of Light 6, there's no familiars. And I've farmed there plenty. Like I've had my fix for farming at that map in life. Like and I still enjoy it, but once we hit 242, I'll probably just use EXP tickets to get straight to... Well, I need to take that purple portal. I have time on my room too. So we're going in with 0.9%. I'm curious as to how good this is going to be. It's probably going to be like 2 or 3% because of the rune. But I don't actually know what it's going to be. But yeah, getting straight to Moonbridge, and there's another map that I love in Moonbridge anyway, so it's not like I'm missing out on fun. And then we can still farm for familiars. So that's what I think I'm gonna do. Obviously, we'll have to see as we get closer. 2.6%. So we got 1.7% just from that purple portal, which is really nice. So I think that this is a fair time to go ahead and start Esfera prequests. That way it's just taken care of, and I have unlocked all the Arcane River areas that can provide symbols. So it'll be nice to have that milestone reached. In order to catch up all my symbols and keep them in line with one another, it might not be perfect, but 240, 245, 250, 255, we get 100 symbols for each hyper burning like reward step. So it might not be perfect that we catch our symbols all up to with one another. Like there might not be the exact amount, but it'll be very close. You know, whatever is divisible by 6. Okay, we're back. It is still day 9 and doing our daily normal Arcarium run. We just pulled off the miraculous. I'm super pumped about it. Today is also cube sale. So I just bought what I could. I didn't want to spend all my money. I just want to be able to at least get a line of Mesa or drop on this. Probably not this. Probably this. And then we'll see if we have anything left by the time we get there. So let's see, 90 bright cubes and 60 glowings. I'm not expecting much. Hopefully we can get 2 legendaries. I should honestly cube these, but we're about to go on a farming spree, and I just want more drop rate, maybe a line of meso. We'll see what we end up rolling, and just have to kind of play it by what makes the most sense based on how many cubes we have left. So hopefully we can get lucky. So it makes sense to start off with the Dominator Pendant. Hopefully we can tier it up just from these free cubes from bosses, because I don't have any E-Pot scrolls and I don't want to claim any. I don't know if I have any left from... Oh, tiered up to Epic already. I don't know if it's worth trying to just hope that one of these gets it to unique. I'm trying to think, because if we end up not tearing it up at all through all of these cubes, then we need something to re-roll it. However, that still doesn't make sense, because with the bright cubes we can keep whatever the best potential is that we land on, so might as well just use these now. Chances are it won't tear up, but if it does, that's super free and saves us some more of the bright cubes. Wow, Demon Avenger. Okay, it doesn't look like it's going to... I'll save this one actually. So hopefully this gets to legendary pretty easily. At least unique, right? Like, come on. Don't do me like this. I know we're not that many cubes in, but all we're talking is unique here. Oh, this is not going well. Alright, so it's looking like a one item angle. I really don't want to spend more money because Shining Star Force is around the corner and it's way more valuable in terms of damage than cubes. But if we're going to be farming, maybe the cubes are more worth it. Okay, finally. Goodness sakes. So... yeah, I'm going to focus one item to legendary at a time instead of trying to get this to unique, because if we just end up with 2 uniques, like, what does that do? I'm trying to think. Okay, yeah. So this is at least better if we don't end up getting anything. Nice. Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay. On reveal. Perfect. Never, literally never have to cube that again. Bro, I've been getting so lucky on while recording my progression in this server. That is insane. Okay. Yup. Oh, do I do the gloves or the earrings? That is legit. I'm gonna flame that right now. Bro, what? I wasn't expecting that. Bro, this item is cracked. What? Okay. Bro, what? Yo, that's going to 22. Oh my god. That's goated. Alright, moving on. Let us I can't believe that. Alright, I should probably do the earrings. But see, the thing is, the CRAs are like basically permanent until Eternals, which is so far away. But you gotta have farming gear. Like, that's just gonna amplify everything else. So, yeah, we're gonna go this angle for sure. But hold on, is there a better option? Kinda, I guess. Not really. The crit damage could help us while farming too. No. I'm tripping. We gotta do these. If I wasn't lazy and did my Princess No prequest, we could at least cube the secondary too, because weapon secondary emblem should be priority. And this would have been the second week. We could have had our Princess No secondary. But it's okay. We'll get there when we get there. And I could technically save cubes for it once because the cubes are already purchased. It's not like it gets more expensive just because the sale is over. Now I fear we're going to end up with a bunch of glowing cubes that I don't know what to do with. It's kind of hard to depend on glowing cubes for tier ups. Like, bright cubes are just so much more reliable. I might have to buy one more stack. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. We're gonna be broke by shining if we do that. Okay, that's good. That's good. Dang. If only I was. So 13. Kind of hard to say if we're gonna get lucky. Oh. Well, there's some luck for sure. But really, it's strength. I think that was triple prime on that last dex strength. One more. Nah. Oh, do I? Well, 3 flames and on reveal. 3 flames and on reveal. That is nuts. Was not expecting that. Or a lot of other things. You know, getting stuff to 17 stars. Like, it's not like on this Shining we're pushing anything to 21 or 22. Straight up. It's just not possible. And how much time there's left until it, so I might have to go buy one more stack. I said screw it, bought 2 stacks. It's gonna be okay. Help us out here. This is plenty of cubes to tier up in GMS. For a second I was like, is that the same or? Come on. Help us out. You can do it. I know you can do it. Just needs one, man. It just needs one. Okay, let's go. Okay. Now, do I save him for the secondary or do I do the glove? Because these still last a while. Yeah. I can think about that while I reroll this. Yep. 100% saving that. Wow. What luck we have had. I am pretty surprised. Bro, what? Okay. Secondary or... See, 8% crit damage is comparable to... Well, not really. To lines of attack on a secondary. I'm not talking about this one, but the Princess No one, since these last for so long. But we're gonna get more money, and it's not like... It's not like we can't still cube the secondary even then. And I really don't like looking at the enables decent sharp eyes line that does absolutely nothing. So we're gonna keep going, y'all. It's already better. $17, yep. Hook it up, hook us up. You can do it. I believe it can do it in 18 more. Come on. Oh, nice, nice. Let's go. Is the node line, like the decent sharp eyes line, is that prime? Doesn't matter. Okay. See, there's a chance we don't get a line of crit damage. I don't mean to sound like a settler, but for tier ups, like I really only cared about tier ups, and that's a huge gain regardless. So I think we're just gonna save the cubes that we have. A huge gain in just doing that. So now we just gotta get this to 12 stars. Obviously we're gonna be wearing it. Oh, I wanted to look at the Identisk rewards and in both tabs. So there's no legendary ring scroll in this one, but there is here. I just want to make sure there's no other. Yeah, there's not. Okay. So, if this can get to legendary, now's the time, because I need more Mesa lines. Who was that kidding? We weren't going to save those cubes. Nice, with 2 left. Okay. Well, I'm at least gonna throw this at it because what it has right now is actually nothing. I'm gonna hope for just something quickly. I really wanted to save those glowing cubes, but right now this ring is almost useless. No, I need farming. Like, these aren't damage rings. There we go. Bro, what luck. Holy. Okay. Alright, that is gonna do it for day 9. What gains we have made. I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry, y'all, that I just get this lucky because I know what it's like to struggle, and that is not what we just did. So I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all in day 10. It is day 10. We made some pretty solid gains today. As you can see, we've gone to 45%, level 239. Was not farming for the whole 2 hours. We'd probably be further if I was actually farming for 2 hours. But some of the gains we made, we unlocked Princess No and Akechi. We unlocked Von Leon, which is, I mean, it's just 12 mil a day, but that's 12 mil a day. So 60 mil or 72 mil per week. Hold on, 12 times 7. I'm good at math. 84 mil a week. So times that by 4. You know, that's well over a quarter bill. It's like a third of a bill per month. So, I know it's like, people are like, oh, that's a waste of time, whatever. Look, over a third of a bill per month, or at least around that. In our Princess No run, we got lucky. So, I'm back at it again, y'all. Because if I can get another line of Meso, maybe I'll keep another line of drop, but we're at 127 drop when farming. Which, I mean, isn't even close to being done, but it's pretty good. So, bless you.
Thank you.
So, if we can get another line of Meso, because my Meso rates are pretty bad when farming, because I only have one line. So, let's see. I only have 32. So, we're just kind of hoping here. I'm not expecting... That's a great start. Okay. I'm not expecting legendary, but maybe I should be. 9% strength, yeah. At least like take the better lines when they're in front of you, because if you don't end up tearing up, at least you got something out of it, even if it's minor or insignificant. That's 15%, okay. Might as well like select it and then just keep rolling. And 6% secondary stat on the top line. 20 cubes, 18. Okay. I am hoping for another piece of farming gear here though, because that would be nice. Nice, okay. All right, I'm definitely not gonna just stick with the 12% strength. We have a bunch of glowing, right? Glowing cubes? Yeah. Sorry, I'm so used to red cubes, black cubes. See, that is a line of Meso, but it has nothing else for me. So 51, I'm gonna keep going. When I get down to like 20, we just take whatever's best. Unless, of course, we get something before 20. Super fake 3-line int. Okay, Meso or drop with something useful. If we roll 3-line strength, I don't know what to tell you guys. Fake 3-line dex, interesting. Come on, get a good Meso or drop before we roll something like 3-line strength. Please. I know that sounds fake 3-line luck. Ah, Meso again. We keep going. Because I still need more damage. I know it's like, oh, you're farming, you're just killing mobs, but we're so early game right now. Nope. That all the gear you can get can kind of double as Meso drop gear or damage gear. And this is definitely the equip for that. Okay, I'm gonna go buy another pack of 30 glowing cubes. Alright, so we have 40 to work with. We can do better than this, y'all. We can do better. I'm not sure they are, buddy.
They're coming home next time.
Yeah. Sunk cost fallacy. Don't be like me, y'all. I try not to settle, but sometimes I think I should. It just depends. Fake 3-line int. So we've gotten everything but strength. So that's 21%. Can I just get like a line of strength with 18 cubes to hit Mesa Obtained one more time and just hope that it has another good useful... Okay, one cube later. Cool. All right, so kind of worth it, kind of not. Depends who you ask. But for me, it was, because we'll make 1.3 bill off of bosses on boss weekly reset day. Probably a little bit more. So by then, we should at least be 2 to 3 bill for shining. And this is a pretty big gain over this. So while we have another event ring coming, it's pretty far away, y'all. So my theory is, since this is like, let's see, today's Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Hold on, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah. So next Tuesday. What am I thinking here? Sorry, not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. I don't know. Debatable whether that was worth it or not. But one of them can double as drop gear for bosses when we have loot rooms. And it's not just Lotus and Damien and Gollux. But we're, like I said yesterday, we're about to go on a farming spree. I'm going to do some crazy stuff for the remainder of this weekend. And hope that I can be at least at Labyrinth of Suffering by the end of the weekend. At least. Preferably further. I have 6,000 of the EXP coupons. So let's just say, for example, 45% at level 239. If I wanted to level, it would take about a third of my EXP tickets. Now, I went from about 26 to 45% in just half an hour of farming. I forgot to have my Spirit Pendant on for the first 19 minutes of that, so that was a rip. My bad. But, you know, we'll just say 40% an hour at this level, and 1 hour is nothing. And then I think it'll reduce pretty significantly in Celis. But we are easily going to be 245 before we know it. Moonbridge. Now my damage is super behind for these areas, which is kind of unfortunate. That was kind of why I wanted to keep rolling the Kanna ring, because it's like I need to scrape and scrap for all the damage I can get. Kind of wishing I went normal monster damage on the Identist gift. Now, I'm still glad I did the IED and the EXP, of course, but we ended up having enough damage for those bosses by a long shot. So, now IED makes a big difference. I probably could have saved the points here and boss damage. Like, what is that doing? But, yeah, if I had the chance to redo that, I'd probably go EXP add some to Arcane, just whatever I need to get it to, and normal monster damage. A little bit heavier. I probably would have settled with 10% IAD and would not have put any points into boss damage, but that's okay. Our farming rates are still pretty good. So yeah, I'm probably not going to record a ton for day 10. We've made some massive gains. I'm still blown away by this pendant. I mean, it's 10 stars, but the flame and the potential, I am blown away by this pendant. Super lucky, super grateful we got that. I don't really know like what those odds are to roll double drop and that flame on just like 3 rainbow flames, and the potential was on reveal. I mean, talk about serious luck. That was like a couple cubes after reveal. That was like a couple cubes after reveal. Yeah, we've been very fortunate in this cube sale, and I'm kind of glad we did, because as opposed to just saving every penny for Shining, yeah, we would have had more 17-star items come Shining Star Force, but I might just prioritize getting things to 16, because that's like a guarantee. Once you hit 15, don't have to safeguard at all through that whole process. So we'll see what kind of funds we're working with. I might be able to craft some wealth acquisition potions pretty soon. I have not done Threads of Fate, but I just have some juniper berry seeds or seed oils. I have 3. I think that gets you 1 craft. And I have been working on my alchemy, not a ton, but I think I just maxed out my fatigue in 1 session, and then reset has happened since. So we're probably a couple days away from, or maybe like a day from getting that to level 10. Unless there's fatigue recovery potions in the event shop. I'm not sure if there is. I'm not even sure I'd be that interested even if there was. But we've got a fair handful of the recipes. I think we had 5 already. And I don't remember acquiring the 5. I think I remember like 2 of those. So pretty lucky on that. So yeah, I'm gonna keep farming. Got some stuff I gotta do before we start, but huge gains, y'all. I'm so pumped. Very lucky, but we're not gonna take it for granted. I know it's not always.
It's my PJ mask chair.
It's your PJ Masks chair?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, buddy. I know not everybody's always super lucky, but trust me, I've had my struggles when cubing, star forcing, flaming. I boomed so many arcanes on my main in Chronos, so just understand that the luck always sways back your way eventually. It might not be immediate, it might not be your first, second, or third try, but it will happen if you just stick to it. And then as soon as you get lucky, you'll realize, and you'll talk to people that have gotten lucky before, and they'll be like, oh man, I didn't get so lucky this time, or whatever. It's not a competition. I'm not like, oh yeah, rub it in their face. Not like that. It's just, it happens to everybody. So stick to it, keep grinding, keep doing things that you know are going to make your character gains. And I promise you, you'll be like, oh snap, I am so much stronger than I was, or my rates are better than they were even just like a month or 2 ago. In particular, this is a new server, so everything is a gain right now. Oh, I even forgot to mention that I got Alara to 141 just out of nowhere. Just was like, you know what, I need that link skill, and then decided to just get it to extreme growth potion like ready status. Because farming on Lara is easy. That character is really good, like early on. Everything is kind of smooth and it just feels free. The class is really good at low levels. So Yeah, I got the Lara to 141, so that's another link skill. Maxed out for that particular link skill. So we're only 3 links away. You know, I still need to do Arc, Kinesis. Those are mandatory. Arc and Kinesis. We're not even close to another Mega Burn, yeah. That's like a while away, but I was just curious. So Arc and Kinesis would go here. Actually, quite a bit would go here because we wouldn't have the Demon Slayer and the Luminous, but the other 5 would all go on here. So we would be 5 away if we were actually thinking about just our mobbing preset for link skills. I'm not going to sit here and try to remember them all right now, but I know Arc and Kinesis are on there, probably Kanna. So there's a lot to do and a lot of gains to make. Don't forget about your free 5 attack and 5 all stat. I don't remember the name of the quest, but when we come back, I'll have looked it up and I'll remind you guys what the name of this quest is. You might already know. You might have forgot about the free stat. It doesn't take long at all. It takes a few seconds. And then definitely don't forget your echo if you're an explorer or if you're a class that you have to go get your echo. I don't know what it's like for the other factions, but if you're bossing and you're not a buccaneer, it's still 4% attack on top of all your other potential lines whenever you're going into bosses. It lasts 40 minutes. Whatever your hardest boss is for you, might as well have that extra damage. If you're a buccaneer, it has 100% uptime. So that's legit because of time leap. So that's nice. I keep it hotkeyed. But yeah, on day 11, we will see what kind of farming gains we made. Right. I don't know how long we were grinding, but we were grinding. And 83%, so definitely hitting Celis tonight. I'm gonna try to go for Moonbridge, but I really don't know. But it is time to see if we can have some familiar luck, because we could really use just any version of drop rate that's better than small drop. So once I get my life figured out here. Okay. So Balali's, I don't actually know how you say that. We just need 6 of them. So I've been opening these just because what if there's, I don't know, some 2-line, one being IED or both. I don't know if that's possible for both to be IED. Got another IED, but I already have a bunch. So even once we have all 3 familiar slots, I have 3 IED fams. So we can fuse that. So for the level 5, yep. And that should be 6. It's not going to let you go over anyway. Hopefully the tier up works. Really hoping that it goes through first try. It didn't change. I still have quite a bit. So 41, I'll need another 9 or 40 and 5, right? So we'll go 5 and we'll open them because these can have item drop rate, which is 60%, which is huge if we get it. So no there. And then we need 40 of these. So please tier up on the second try. I'm not going to open all 40 of those. Can't do it. I mean, I can, but I have no desire. Okay, I'm going to open all 40. Okay, we opened up all 40. Didn't get anything. Wasn't expecting anything. Just doing it because what if I get like ID and drop rate? Then I don't have to switch familiar setups when I boss, but please rank up this time. Okay, cool. I mean, it's just one, so it's not. We're not gonna get anything, but let me tell you, it is worth a try. Yep, big nothing. Now we can do the Bella Lions, Bellalian. I don't know which of the two. So we'll go ahead and hope that on one of these 8 we get something. I really wasn't like looking that hard at the last ones. Okay. Nope. Come on. Nothing. Okay. I should be able to. Wait. Oh, okay. So I should have a level 5 Bella Lion. Whatever that's actually called. So this was 8, right? So 16. So I need 11. Okay, nothing. So please rank up, please rank up, please rank up. Please rank up. Ah. Okay, so 26. So I just need 24 more. So I should get that from now until 242. And then we'll do Celis prequests. See what percent that gets us at. I still haven't even done 7 monster parks. I purposely put them off because I knew I was gonna grind. And we need to see how far into 242 we can get. It's kind of nice. We'll hit 242. Probably grind at Falling Edge of Light 6 for half an hour just to feel what the percent is like. And then before we know, I might use the EXP. Oh, I haven't even done food storage today either. That's my last one for the week. So we still have 7 monster parks and food storage on top of all the percent we've gained today. So we're definitely going to hit Moonbridge at least by tomorrow, but probably today. I am making a push for 260 by the time 6th job begins in the GMS. So we'll see if I make it. I'll at least be like 251, 254, but we aiming for 260. We'll see how far we get. I still got a lot of EXP buffs I can grind out. Yeah, no luck on FAMs. We'll keep trying. On our way to Celis, y'all. Just about there. I'm gonna take it. I'm not on any coupons, so. And these give us chances of like epic pot scrolls and stamps, which like we're really down bad on stamps. But yeah, not too bad. Going from 239 to 242. I just was grinding in Living Spring 6, which is not a popular map. And I was doing that on purpose. I was channel surfing to find the best burning, and there was often at least 60%, and there was never anybody in any channel. So I kind of like training like that. Yes, there are maps that are meta, but I don't know that I ever will care. It depends, right? Like, there's some maps in Grandis that like I stuck to the meta, but a lot that I didn't in Chronos. Like, for example, to get from 280 to 282 during Night Troop, I was grinding in Captured Alley 3. Not a popular map. It was during Night Troop, but not like Captured Alley 4 or Road to Castle's Gate 1 and 4. And I didn't have the Sacred Force to go to like Door I can't remember the full name of the map, but it's like behind locked door or something in Odium. But yeah, I regularly stick to off-meta maps because I don't want to spend a bunch of time trying to find a channel. I just go to what I think I can make a good rotation work for Buccaneer, which is very unconventional compared to, I would say, a lot of classes. So, yeah. I'm going to finish off this rune, see what kind of percent we end up at. And give Celis a try, see what kind of percent we can gain, or we'll see what kind of burning is there before I decide whether or not just to skip right to Moonbridge. So we will get 100 arcane symbols for both 240 and 245. So I did a little pre-planning and kind of road mapped how I'm going to invest those arcane symbols to try to get the most out of them, leveling things up. So my arcane symbols still won't be all on track with one another. I was pretty behind on getting to Esfera to begin with, but it's okay because I looked at the map I'm going to go to in Moonbridge, which I doubt will be super packed because it's really a map that, in my opinion, only Buccaneer can fully utilize. Maybe Dawn Warrior, because Dawn Warrior can just clear the whole map pretty much no matter what it is. But hopefully there's good burning there in Moonbridge. So yeah, I will catch y'all after we do our pre-quests and see what it's like on Falling Edge of Light 6. I have a confession to make. We have gone full degenerate mode grinding this weekend. As you can see, we're 251. We skipped Celis essentially. We leveled up, did the Celis pre-quest, got our 20 symbols, and skedaddled. Got to Moonbridge, did the pre-quests immediately. Once those were done, just kept grinding. I've never missed dailies or missed like Maple Tour, Monster Park, or none of that, or Ursus. We kept going, done all our daily bosses, kept going. Finally unlocked Labyrinth of Suffering, did our pre-quest last night. Yeah, we went ham, and I'm really happy about it, but we still got more grinding to do. I just didn't want to skip out on getting this Culvert on here, just because I think it'll be cool to see week to week what the Culvert score looks like how it improves. We got 143 on our Culvert at the end of week 1, so what, 4 or 5 days of progress, and we got 143. I already made sure I had my correct gear on, like I took off the Spirit Pendant. I already switched to my IED FAMs. We haven't hit any FAMs, by the way, not even just regular increases item drop. We did get some stuff that I wanted on inner ability. Today was 50% off inner ability reset, and we got that line of drop, which I wasn't hardcore going after it until I zeroed out on honor. I just got it first try. I locked the boss damage because we already had that, and re-rolled the top line, which was like 10% normal monster damage. Right away got item drop rate, literally one click. So fail by me for not getting that on recording, but I've just, like I said, I've just been pushing this weekend. So somebody's whispering me to do my Culvert right now. But yeah, let's see what our score looks like. Got all our buffs. I made sure of everything before entering that kind of like lobby area. Made sure to switch Serpent Spirit over to my pet auto buff as opposed to Holy Symbol. I probably didn't do the MVP attack based on which one had a better expiration date. Optimally, I didn't even look. I didn't even think about it. But that's okay. We're just trying to see what the best... We're just trying to get the best score we can here. Okay, I think that's all my buffs at my disposal. I'm not going to use my 20% boss potion. I just... gotta start stacking those up. Because I used to always have enough to where I just never didn't have any. And once we start doing more and more hard bosses more frequently, we'll just have an endless... a surplus, if you will. Fams are on, yep. We're at our bossing preset. We don't have link skill presets. We don't have Legion presets. So this is as good as it's gonna get. Just want to make sure again. Yeah, I don't think we're missing anything. All right, let's see what we got here. I wasn't paying attention to Fatal Strike proc. That would have been smart to do, but I just wasn't. Like, waiting for it to proc, and I don't want my cooldown to be jacked up. Stimulating conversation right at 90 seconds, just so y'all know. Oh, I could have had Maple Warrior on the whole time, 100%, because of... Okay, our lightning form isn't quite 80 seconds yet, but I think it's close to what... when I just activated it. Our score is already higher than it was. Okay, right at 60 we do Epic Adventure and Maple Goddess again. There was a little bit of overlap with Maple Goddess. I screwed up the beginning, but our score is probably only going to differ by a few points because of that. I don't know how long our overdrive. I think it automatically lasts 28 seconds. But I don't know how long our pirate flag lasts. Oh, there was the Fatal Strike. $375, nice. Okay, $376. I don't know if this character is capable of getting 400. It probably is if I like absolutely perfectly did Fatal Strike procs at the right time and didn't forget like my Maple Goddess in the beginning. But it's hard to get a perfect Culvert for what your character is capable of. It really is, y'all. So, score went up by 133, so I thought it was going to be a little bit better, but that's all right. Happy to get that in. I got some more grinding to do, like for real, for real. Hopefully, I'm hoping to be well into 254 before today is over. Today's Sunday. It's day 12. Completely skipped recording on day 11. Like I said, the degeneracy is real, and it's not done yet, so... I will catch up with y'all once we get to another checkpoint. We are finally back. Today is day 14. Yes, I did not talk to you guys. Days 11. Maybe I did for a little bit. 12. 13. And we have just been going absolutely bonkers to get to this point. A little too hard, for sure. But we made it. And today is the first day in GMS that 6th Job was released. And I really wanted to make it to the party. So we've been training in maps that I don't even have a good rotation for, but they were within level range and high burning because they're undesirable maps. But we had to make it happen. We trained in Mysterious Fog 1 in Moonbridge. A lot of the ways, actually. We trained in Void Current 2, which is only really good for Buccaneers, so that kind of works out. I think there's probably another class or two that can make it happen. And we pushed and pushed and pushed, and now we finally made it. That was intense. It's been an intense handful of days, but we can move on. And I guess I can run the 6th job, like, quest line while I do the Cernium pre-quest. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't think I'm gonna fully unlock 6th job tonight because of all 9 arcane stones that you gotta fill up with 50 bill EXP. It is possible, but I don't know if I have it in me. But we're gonna start things off and see what the pace feels like. I'm still gonna try to find MVPs. I'm still gonna pop 2x and stuff like that. But I don't know if we're gonna make it on day 1 to unlock the Soul Urda daily because I don't think my damage is gonna be good in Cernium. I'll show you guys here. I could have more Grandis symbols right out of the gate, but just to be able to one-shot, I claimed some of them in here. There's still there's a 40 pack right there, so we can at least level it up some. Maybe twice. I don't think so, though. I think just once. So we're gonna go ahead and start off the quest line. See if I can add anything into here really quick. What do I need the most? Crit damage is still really bad. Might as well finish this off since we're already this far. Oh, I don't even have any nodes to put, but I can at least do this. And we're finally here. Oh, the cooldowns. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we have. I think it's this one. Not actually too sure. This feels like the Cernium one. From, if my memory serves. I don't think so. I really don't know. I don't know if this is 6th job or the Cernium pre-quest, so we're about to find out. It would be nice if I can run both quest lines at the same time because of the EXP or the arcane stones you have to fill up with EXP. I think this is the 6th job one. I could easily look it up, but it's more fun this way. Didn't really make any gains outside of levels in the past 3 days. I didn't try to Star Force anything since we have Shining so close. I didn't try to cube anything. I didn't get any drops from any bosses. I was hoping for a black bean mark, but no luck. It's just been grind, grind, grind. I mean, we leveled up some nodes, as you can probably imagine. I Yeah, I think this is this. I don't remember what the start of the Cernium prequests looks like, so I could be mistaken. Yeah, this doesn't feel like the 6-job one. This feels like Cernium. So I'm not going to show you guys the whole quest line on here. We're just going to make our way through whether this is Cernium or 6-job, and I'll probably look it up as well, like to make sure I accept all the quests I need before I start killing mobs in the Cernium prequest when I could be filling up my arcane stones at the same time. So we'll see what kind of time we're looking, or what kind of time it looks like we have left as we continue through these. For those of you who are getting to level 260 for the first time, you can accept your job advancement at the same time that you start your Cernium prequests, because I still have them to do, as you can see right here, and then my job advancement quest popped up right here. So I'm going to accept that one first and then move on to the Cernium prequests. What is up, everybody? It is day 15. We are back. And as you can see in the middle of my screen, on our first arcane stone, we only got 77% yesterday. My kill rate in Grandis, my ability to do damage to Grandis mobs, is atrocious. Now, it wasn't that bad when I first got to Grandis and Kronos, but it took me a long time to get a character that high of a level. I was already above 7k Legion, had a bunch of links. I really slow rolled it to 260 anyway, like I wasn't ever pushing, and in Hyperion, I pushed to 260. So our damage is really bad in Grandis, and I attribute it to our attack stat and our crit damage. I feel like that has to be it. I wasn't expecting our damage to be that bad. I was like, oh yeah, getting 6-job, it might be a little slow, but it should still kind of be a breeze. So just to give you a sample of what it actually looks and feels like, let's go do our Cernium daily. Just gonna pick the lowest level mob. I'll try to look for some burning. Oh, stage 10. Let's go. Okay. And I basically 4 to 5 shot the mobs. Now I know Grandis mobs have higher HP than like Arcane River, like a lot higher HP. But I wasn't expecting to 4/5 shot these mobs. And my Lord of the Deep turns off all the time. It's just bad all around and in general. It feels bad, it looks bad, it discourages me. Now, so in that case, we ended up wasting a day on the Soul Urda and Fragments daily. But I'm still happy we pushed to 260 when we did, because it's started. I might not get there today even, because there's still eight arcane stones after this one. But on the bright side, I'm actually going to turn this off, because I don't want to waste any, because I don't have MVP, Gold Pot, 2x active, the VIP buff. Now on the bright side, we have Shining Star Force on Sunday. We have weekly bosses. Today's weekly boss reset. The main thing I'm hoping for is a black bean mark. I need that badly. I have no desire to push this to legendary or even unique. It's just me. You can do that. It can be good farming gear. But I personally have no desire. I would rather turn a black bean mark into farming gear. Have it double as my bossing gear in the beginning. And whether it be a pat mark, which of course you can never expect one of those, or an eye patch, which I know we're not even close to soloing Hard Damien yet. But whether it be one of those two, I would rather have that be my bossing gear and the black bean mark and just stay farming gear for a long time. Nothing to worry about. And instead of the, what is it, aquatic letter eye, what is it called? Yeah, aquatic letter eye accessory. So that's just me. I mean, we've already gained 5% on the 6% now on the arcane stone, but it is pretty disheartening to try to mob. Now, yesterday I didn't have 100% burning, but I was on EXP buffs, so we did have that going for us. Hey, Josh. Hey, Josh. Josh.
Yeah.
Can you be quiet for a minute? Now, we did have EXP buffs going. So it might take me a couple days. I might do it today. To actually complete our 6th job quest. Now, I'm tempted to try to solo slime before we do that. But I also, and you guys know how this is, sometimes life just gets busy. I also don't have a lot of time. I do apologize that my recordings have been so spread out. I absolutely needed to push to 260 for me. I wanted to be there on day 1, so even if we didn't unlock 6th job on day 1, I was able to start my Cernium, like get my Cernium symbol going. And we're at 30 sacred power, by the way, so for my damage to still be this bad, I mean, it is rough. Like, this is not what Buccaneer is built to look like. So our crit damage and our attack stats are what I attribute that to. We're gonna gain a lot of attack from Shining Star Force. If you don't know, and most people do, but just in case you don't, all the attack on the equips that you get from your Star Force, you know, gloves are a little bit different and your weapon is different, of course, but 16 stars and above is when things like accessories, your cape, your belt, whatever, start getting attack instead of just all stat and whatever else it is, like defense probably, from all the stars you gain on it past 16 stars, or including and past 16 stars. All of those are affected by your potential lines. So that 21%, for example, and if we had attack here, which can't wait for the real Abso weapon, and then like your secondary is another thing you want to aim for attack or magic attack on. Those potential lines, attack percent or magic attack percent, are affected by the attack stats on your equips, including what they gain from Star Force. It's almost like adding to just your base stats in general as a character. That's why Star Force, even if how it meets the eye, it's not like, oh, that's not going to add that much damage. How could it? It gives you a lot of damage, like more than anything else. It gives you more damage than potentials. Now you still need your potentials to be good, especially weapon, secondary, and emblem, or just everything, right? And it gives you more damage than like your Link skills and your Legion. But all of those things added up, Star Force being the biggest contributor, gives you, you know, gives you those damage lines that just speak to you, right? And so I think after Shining, farming here won't feel nearly as bad. Now, do I want to wait till Sunday to activate all 9 of my Arcane Stones? Absolutely not. I should check on this yellow portal, but I don't want to waste any. And I didn't waste, but I used a bunch of them yesterday just to get to 260. So I didn't have that many left that you can do for the day when it came time to start killing mobs in Grandis, hoping to get my 6th job. Now, I would have gotten further than this, but because of the fact that I was discouraged, I was like, yeah, this ain't happening today regardless. So let me just pick it back up tomorrow. We'll see how far we can get tomorrow. And now I have my EXP skill from Identisk. So I have those 2 things for today. So we're definitely going to get you know, we're going to get further than a few stones in, right? Like, I mean, at this rate that this is going, this is already way better than yesterday, and I've already gained, what, 23%? A lot of that was on a rune, and this is 100% burning, but this already feels faster than yesterday did. Now, you also factor in the fact that I had just grinded, what was it, 78% yesterday, in a map that I did not enjoy, in Labyrinth of Suffering. So you factor that in as well. I could have easily gotten further, but I just stopped when I stopped. So once we get to that point, right, we're at Shining Star Force. The bosses that we're going to be able to start taking down compared to just now, right? We're up to normal Lomian right now. We're definitely going to be able to take down normal slime. And depending on what our Arcane Force is, for Will, not so much for Lucid, we could... I mean, I think Easy Will and Easy Lucid are going to be what those difficulties are saying, like easy. I'm still going to start with those just because I have no idea. I've never... Like, I always did those bosses in parties in Chronos. Like, I don't know what that feels like for the first time soloing. And then eventually I could solo them, but I didn't start by doing that in Chronos. And I had 8K Legion and everything. Like, my whole progress was slow rolled because for a long time I never actually knew what I wanted my main to be. And I didn't know what character I really liked. Like, there were some that were close, but nothing like this. And so now that I know what character I prefer on this game, and there's some decently close seconds. As I said much earlier in the series, we are completing every difficulty stamp in your Maple Guide in the boss column. I know I haven't done like Easy Zachem yet and all that stuff, but we're still early enough in the game to where like I need to clear the highest difficulty that I can of these every day for the funds, for the mesos, for the hard cubes, solid cubes, all that stuff, right? So, and then I'm not saying we're ever gonna get like up here solo, like that's not what I'm saying, but I am saying to these two, not hard, but Black Mage, it is hard, but it's just Black Mage, and then hard Saren. I am saying that way into the future, of course. So the immediate plans for my character and what the episodes are going to look like now that we've at least reached Grandis. I'm probably mostly going to want to document and talk to you guys when I'm making gear upgrades. When I'm still in love with this item, y'all. And it's going to be 17 stars on Saturday night technically, but Sunday in Maple Story Land. I'm going to document gear upgrades, new bosses that we're challenging, drops that we get from bosses, what you should do when you're stuck. Like, we're going to be working on Legion more. Maybe not like right now, but it's going to be like more commonly implemented into what I think I want to do for my character, like when I have free time or whatever. So those are the main things, right? Legion, gear upgrades, boss drops, star forcing sessions, cubing sessions. Our 6th job progress, because we're going to unlock it. Like, yeah, I just talked about, like, it might be a slow roll, but it'll be, like, by the weekend, y'all. Today's Wednesday. You know, it'll at least be by then. So things like that. When we get to new Grandis areas, which I'm not going to be pushing for EXP like I was. I'm just simply not going to be. But there's still a lot of excitement in some of those things because a lot of people have never soloed, hard Lou Will, and maybe they don't plan to. I'm not saying you have to play the game that way, but you got to be concentrating during those things. At least when you're not clearing it in 5 minutes, like you're taking 20 minutes to clear these bosses. You're concentrating, and it's pretty dope. Buccaneer's really good at it, so I'll say that. But any class can be. Like, you can do it too, You kind of just have to treat this game like, yeah, it's going to feel like you're progressing really fast in the beginning, especially the way the game is designed now. Like, Arcane River is not like what the developers intend on you stopping at, right? Like, this is what they want you to get to now, is Grandis level 260 plus and working on your 6th job. Like, this is what the intent is for, like, okay, I have truly gotten to the point to where, like, now I'm playing the newest version of the game, right? Like, I wasn't around when 5th job first released. That was one of my bigger breaks in playing MapleStory. I stopped a long time ago, like right around when Luminous came out. And I never like, oh, I'm gonna quit. Screw this game. It was never like that type of attitude to where I was quitting out of spite like that. It was just, I don't know, I was like a teenager or whatever, and I was just like, all right, I'm going to do something else, just like anybody else, right? You don't have to make it a big deal. But I quit like right when Luminous came out, roughly, and picked the game back up. I don't know what year that was that Luminous came out, but it's probably around, picked the game back up 10 years later or so. My buddy was like, I didn't even know Reboot was a thing or whatever, and my buddy was like, bro, you gotta come back, Reboot's coming out, it's gonna be fun. And I was like, no, for a long time. I was like, nah, I'm good, bro, like, I'm not playing MapleStory. And then eventually I was like, I was traveling for work, just to give you guys context. Eventually I was like, well, I'm not doing anything else in this hotel, so alright, bro, I'll download it. And the rest was kind of history. Like, I still took some breaks, but for the past 2 years, a little bit long, no, 2.5, I would say. No, yeah, about 2.5. The past 2.5, I've barely taken a day off, Oh, Arcane Stone. Yeah, start working on the second one. Nice. And my rune cooldown is up, so I can activate that when I come out. Good thing I didn't activate it already. So that's my plan for what I'm going to be doing, as far as what we're going to be seeing in episodes throughout the future. You got to make sure you take care of life, everybody. Like, you can't just completely sacrifice everything for this game. Please don't do that. Most people know that without anyone telling them, but some people need to hear it, including me, like the past few days. So I hope y'all enjoy what is to come. At the rate that just went, I might push 6th job tonight, but stand by, more updates to come. So one thing I was curious about is how much % do we get from all of our dailies? So Vanishing Journey all the way through Cernium, including all of Tenebris, whatever, dailies, 9.5%. So let's see. To 13.1. So 0.5 plus 3 plus 1. So about 3.6% from dailies every day. That's pretty good for Grandis and beyond. So 3.6 just from Symbol and Tenebris dailies. Now, I have not done my 7 monster parks for today. I have not missed a day either, other than the very first patch day of New Age, because I started off by doing Evan and Mercedes. Like, I didn't start by doing the Buccaneer. That was the last character I played on patch day, and it was already past reset. The 4 hours you get from the patch being done till reset. I don't usually count those days, and it sucks because some events you want to utilize that just to have a better shot at buying out whatever the event shop has, or certain things. Sometimes there's reasons, but Nexon has caught on to, if there's boss coins, like weekly boss coins as part of the event shop, which this event does have that. They've caught on to that, and they also don't count that day. Like, you can't cheese the system and get an extra round of weekly boss coins. But that's neither here nor there. 3.6% from dailies, that's pretty solid. And then whatever Monster Park gives us, which is probably going to be pretty good as well. So we're going to make our way through Cernium and burning Cernium just by doing dailies. I'm going to grind at some point. I'm just not going to prioritize it like I was before 260. And yeah, we're 19% into our second Arcane Stone. So a long way to go. Now, if I sat there and like really pushed it out with 2x, hope for MVPs, gold potion, MVP buff. I keep saying MVP, VIP buff in the event shop right now. And we have our Spirit Pendant on. Then we would probably push the stones fast enough. We could probably do it in a day. I might do it today. Especially because we have the EXP sort of coin capping skill back in the beginner tab, the rambunctious friends or whatever. Yeah. And then we have more yellow portals and purple portals at our disposal. I might push it today, or I might get like 4 to 6 stones in. I'm not entirely sure, but I still have some other things I need to do. I already did Ursus. Still got to do Maple Tour, Monster Park, and daily bosses. Definitely got to do Helix every day. I have not gotten any drops. And then I'll probably do some weekly bosses, but not all. So yeah, we'll check up on our progress a little bit later. Okay, so an MVP was just announced. So we're going to take advantage of these when they're here, because there's not a ton of them in Hyperion. There's plenty, but not like Chronos, where they're just... I mean, you pretty much always have an MVP in Chronos for the most part. We're going to take advantage of this. Went and grabbed VIP. I had 3 left for the week, basically. I didn't claim my 32x EXP coupons until like way late. I'd used all other resources besides Sunday Monster Park boxes. I still have all 14 of those through the first 2 Sundays of Hyperion. Got plenty of gold potions. So we're going to see what kind of progress we can make. There's a dojo one. We're going to see what kind of progress we can make with all the buffs active, our Identist, Rambunctious Friend skill, all that stuff, right? So hopefully, despite our abysmal kill rate, we can do pretty well here. 19%. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Moving on to stone number 3. Feels bad because we still had some time left on that rune, so essentially we're wasting some, but only reason I'm grinding to begin with is because of that MVP that was announced, and I want to fill up as many stones as I can as fast as possible. Again, not a guarantee that we're going to fill up all 9 today. We have 7 more to go. And then after the next stone is filled up, we'll never have to enter another like cutscene or set of cutscenes until the remaining 6 are filled up. So that's really nice. So last one that has its own set of cutscenes here. About halfway, a little bit more than halfway through the MVP and the rest of the EXP buffs. I'm going to switch channels to find better burning because I was finding 90s and 100s only, so that one went down to 80, 100% burning here. So let's see how much of this. Oh, we still got 16 seconds on the rune. Yeah, this kill rate is atrocious, y'all. Like, I never thought I'd see anything like it. I am struggling to kill these mobs. But, let's see how much we can get done. I have been deactivating the Identist EXP skill, the Rambunctious Friends, when I'm not on a rune. I figure just gotta take advantage. Make this as easy as I can, which is still not easy, but once it's done, it's done. And you can just focus on your 6th job. So hopefully this goes well. I did do my crit damage guild skill because I need all the damage I can get, and I figured this probably wouldn't be the only half hour I do today. And so I saved the 30% damage guild skill. And I'll do that one next, depending on when an MVP is announced, or maybe the crit damage one will already be off cooldown. I should have mentioned too, and I meant to mention, that I could have said what I said earlier about MVPs aren't just constant in Hyperion right now, but it is like the end of the month, y'all, and that does matter for, like, people might have used all of theirs already because you get those buffs. And they're meant to be for that month. So, and I just wasted it. I meant to only have those go off on runes. My bad on that one. I think I still have like 25 left or so. Yeah, 25 left. So I'm just gonna do that now. Turn it off. So yeah, already 8% into this next stone. 10 to 11 minutes left on EXP buffs. So I will catch up with you guys and see what kind of progress we made into this 3rd stone. So a little bit over 60% through the 3rd stone. And let me tell y'all, I'm using Lightning Form. I'm using Howling Fist whenever it's up. And these are not things I usually need to do while farming. Like, you can sprinkle a Howling Fist in there every now and again just because it does work really well for mobbing, but I don't usually need to actively watch its cooldown and, you know, all my other buffs. Epic Adventure, Stimulating Conversation. I'm trying to, like, cycle them to an extent. But we just don't kill these mobs. Our damage to these is dog water. And when Lord of the Deep is actually up, it's not that bad. But it's still not that good. So this is rough. I mean, at least we're now, mind you, as well, I got a purple portal. I got the yellow portal where you actually kill mobs. Don't take the ones with the minigame if you're using those to fill up your arcane stones, like the shorter guy. I think I messed up their names before. I think that's Fritto. Maybe I said it right before as well. But the shorter guy should be Fritto, so don't take those when you're trying to fill up your arcane stones if you're struggling like me. If you're not struggling, who cares? But the taller guy should be Poyo, if I'm not mistaken. So I haven't seen an MVP since that one that just expired. I think there was one, but I was like maybe 10 minutes into the previous one. Yeah, I could have overlapped them to try to take advantage, but then it throws off your other buffs. And for the 32x EXP coupons, we got like we got like a month on duration. So I'm gonna actually use them, you know. I don't want to just waste them if, especially the reason if I'm wasting them is because I didn't sync all my buffs. I prefer them to be in line with each other, maybe like 60 seconds apart at most. That way you're actually taking advantage of the coupons. I mean, you could always just grind longer and then you'd still technically be taking advantage of them all the way till the end of their duration. But then like things like my EXP skill activating and going into portals, then you wouldn't be taking full advantage of them because now you would have a 2x that you're still running past your MVP expiring. So it's a balance, y'all. It's a circus act, but I mean, we're almost to 70% through this Arcane Stone, and then 6 more. Okay, last round of, I believe this should be the last round of cutscenes before we just get the 6 Arcane Stones all at once, which is way better instead of going through all these different things to keep getting a new Arcane Stone, filling that one up, going through more cutscenes, getting a new Arcane Stone, filling that one up. Now we just get 6, and these are the last 6. So, big W that we just lost our arcane symbols into the abyss. I'll probably catch up on the backstory one day. No idea whether I'll actually do it or not. So, should still have a good chunk left on the MVP and all the other buffs for this round. I'd like to see what it feels like when I don't have to keep doing these cutscenes. See if it's not going to be any different, but see if it feels any different now that I just have what I need. I have the materials I need. And after whatever this is, there's only one round left of cutscenes to actually advance to our 6th job. Last Arcane Stone, y'all. I didn't think we were gonna push tonight, but once it started rolling, it couldn't stop. I did think of a silver lining to this, and because I don't damage these mobs, we can still farm for fams until we get our large drop. Now that could change because after shining and a bunch of 17-star gear, maybe I'll do enough damage to these. I don't know, but it'll get better, that's for sure. And maybe I'll want to farm for fragments. But 84 more %, and we can move on. I just leave so many of the mobs with, like, even after I attack and I keep moving around, like, so many of them still survive. So it's just trash. And I'm going to go against my own rule and make an exception. It's not a rule, but at least what I try to stick to. And because my buffs are about to expire. And after this, I'm going to keep going with 2x and all the EXP buffs. And then as soon as this last stone is full, I'm just going to dip because, I mean, you guys can see, like, look at the HP bars on these mobs. Like, so many of them, even after I attack them and Lord of the Deep hits them, they're still alive. So, trash. Obviously, I started off in Cernium, but I really have, like, a pet peeve about not using my EXP buffs, so I decided to finish like the last 20% of the stone here. And it really wasn't that slow. Cernium's definitely faster, but this wasn't that bad. What if I'm mistaken and I still return. Okay, we did it. We did it, y'all. My goodness. That was something. But we made it to the end. I'll still have like the Soul Urta, Daily, a familiar card just expired. Not that it matters. We're not going to hit large drop with everything we have left anyway. While we're talking about it, I'm never going to hit large drop, y'all. It's doomed. Let's go. $25. What's that? 16? I haven't failed a tier up in a long time, but I've failed to get important lines. Yep. That's how fams go. I'm like tempted to go for uniques, but I'll decide that later. I don't need to decide that right now. Right now, we got the 6th job advancement. Oh, first got to collect my Maple Tour paycheck. 333 mil. Over 7 bill for Shining. It'll be well over 8 as well because of weekly bosses. We did it. We did it. It can be over. And I can worry about other things. And then comes the fragment grind. Yeah, I'm not watching that. Oh, we gotta do like the quest that's similar to like Urta Spectrum. You must recover. How do I recover the symbols? Guessing I go back over here. Okay, I can't talk to the one on the right. Oh, probably just do Vanishing Journey first. Yeah, okay. So you have to go in order. At least that's what I gather from that. Why is this so Why is this so trippy? We're surrounded. So we missed a day of getting the Soul Urta daily, but that's not that bad, and I'm still pretty satisfied with getting to where we did and the amount of time we did. Okay, we were 1 day late to the 6th job, the daily anyway. You know, what's 1 day in the grand scheme of all of this? So we'll get our origin skill for sure. It's just automatically given. But I don't know if you get enough from the daily to like immediately add to your mastery core or your one of your enhancement cores. I don't think you do. But that's okay. I really like how the mastery core for Octo Punch, like the animation, like they updated the animation for it. It's pretty cool in my opinion. So I'll be excited to get that. That's the first thing that's optimal to add to for Buccaneer, the Octo Punch mastery core. But after that, I'm gonna be like hard focusing on Lord of the Deep, because out of all of the things you can add to in your Hexa skill matrix for Buccaneer, that's like the only one that helps you while mobbing, other than like Serpent Vortex. Okay, yeah, but our mobbing is atrocious right now, and Lord of the Deep is good for bossing too, and I need it to have 100% uptime in Grandis, because that was so rough. I can't even begin to describe how badly I never want to do that again. But it's all good. Like I said, super happy to be here. This is cool. We made it. Wonder what my Culvert's gonna be. There's gonna be some massive gains made. 6th job unlocked. Shining Star Force before I do my Culvert. That's gonna be huge. This isn't too bad. Like, yeah, it's a little bit time consuming, but at least it's something new, you know, that nobody in GMS has seen before. Obviously, we've seen it in KMS. I should probably read this stuff on the bottom right, like what they're trying to tell me, because I don't know what it said. Maybe that was good enough? Something tells me I should doubt it? But the enemies are going away, and those are turning to like a bright color, so... Oh yeah, we got it back. We got the latch. Cool. Should be 3 more, or was I supposed to accept a quest back there? What's this? Looks like it's Farah. So I want Arcana. Pay attention. Yep, he definitely had a light bulb and I just breezed right past him. Okay. Oh, I just gotta... Okay. Do you have to go in order? I don't know if you have to go in order, but it just... there's no animation to indicate that you're actually setting it free, unless I just can't see it because Lord of the Deep. Okay, that's 4. Oh, that one's bad. Okay. Cool. And I saw our experience bar fly up. I didn't even notice until that one. I think we're getting all of our 50 bill back from investing into the arcane stones. I hope that was it. We got the symbol. This looks like you've won, so yeah, no, sorry. I can rewatch it another time. This looks like a good time, like what the game is telling me, so. And now we're awake apparently, so I think we did it, and it's probably just cutscenes from here. Or that was it. We did it. 58%. Let's go. Okay. Oh, it's locked. Hold on. You've crossed the flood into the place where the two worlds became one. Are the Soul Lordas still with you? Can you feel them? As their guide, you can use their new powers even outside the flood now. Please use your new power to continue protecting the world. You can now wield the power of the Hexamatrix and improve it. Would you like to learn about the details of the Hexamatrix? No. Feel free to return whenever you need aid. Okay. Unleash Neptunus. Looks like some good damage. Hits 15 enemies. We'll go ahead and read the whole thing. Unleash Neptunus awakens Neptunus, the original sea serpent lurking beneath the abyssal sea. Invincible during casting, Neptunus, the original sea serpent, awakens. Max enemies hit 15. Damage 1,550%. 8 times. Three waves afterwards, doing 2,325% damage, 12 times. Ocean Fury 7, I don't know if I understand that. Is that what the... Ocean Force? Maybe the Ocean Fury is the serpents that come out of your fist when once this is activated. When using 5th job skills, excluding Lord of the Deep and fighting skills, Neptunus Enrage activates for 30 seconds. Neptunus Enrage cooldown 4 seconds. Okay. I have no idea where I want to hotkey that. So we are going to do the rest of our dailies, including our new Soul Urta daily. I'll figure out where I want to hotkey this, probably when I go into Helix or something. And we'll take another look at where we've come. So we finished the daily. That took a while. Luckily, from here on out, we can incorporate it into just doing the Grandis or the Cernium daily. Through the daily, we got 60 Soul Urta energy and 0 fragments. We just got these 12 from the daily itself. So, as drops from mobs, I mean, 0 fragments. Now, granted, only 171 drop rate, but yikes, either way. But that's okay. I'm not in a rush, at least not right now, for sure. So what does it cost? Okay. So we got up to 660 energy and 12 fragments. And this is going to take... So 3,000 of this. And 50 fragments. So not too bad, just a few days away. Once we hit once we have Shining Star Force, which is also 3 days away, we might be able to unlock this, which will be huge. And then what's this first one? So 4,075. Okay. So the enhancement cores clearly cost more than the mastery does. This one's actually less. Okay, by a lot. And we're not even going to worry about Hexastat right now. That's going to come at a later time. How much does it cost anyway? So 5,010. Not that many fragments, but I do think that that is a good spot to end episode 4. Quick gear and stat check. So we are up to 17.6k stat, just about 17.7. Our inner ability that we got this week was really nice. I was aiming for drop rate and just having boss damage and crit rate, and this actually allows me to hit exactly 100 crit rate when mobbing from Sharp Eyes, decent Sharp Eyes. So this center ability works out really well. I'll probably re-roll this eventually because we're gonna have other ways of getting crit rate through the Phantom Link and stuff like Marksman and Night Lord. So I'll re-roll that to hit hopefully unique Meso. I did actually get epic Meso a couple times, and I kept greeting and going for unique. And then we can use the black circulators in the event shop. So this isn't our bossing like hyperstat build, and actually have the spirit pendant on, so let's take a look at it without it. So 18.2 k stat. Left pretty much everything at either 10 or 12 stars because of Shining coming up so soon, but I mean that's pretty good for now. I'm not gonna aim for legendary on this until we get this last ring and we go to claim the 200 event ring solid cubes. So I actually can complete that for the day. And it's just 10 more regular solid cubes. And there's a legendary scroll in there, and by the time we get this, no, we still won't have a unique scroll. Because there's like 2 free unique scrolls I think in here, but we can always find something to use those on, that's okay. Trying to think. Okay, yeah, no, that's right. So we have, what, 6 days until this? And then I'll worry about tiering this up. And the other one will be legendary because eventually these will all 4 of the event rings will be drop rings. That's a ways away though, so that's why I actually care to get all 4 of them to legendary despite having this. So it's 12% strength for now. That's pretty good for epic. That's really good for a Meso ring for the time being. That's decent for a drop ring. Pretty much never have to re-roll that, to be honest. This could use a better flame, but with the 5 attack, 6% and 24 main stat and secondary, I don't feel that it's necessary to flame this for now. Go ahead and open our familiars. So 50% drop rate from this. If it was epic and said the same thing, it would be 60%. But of course we're aiming for increases item drop rate by a large amount. I believe that one day we'll get it. And then for bossing, I just have 2 15% IAD familiars. Probably the best item in our equipment inventory, straight up. Like, I never need to flame that again. Yeah, it could have 2% more all stat, but It's just a Dominator pendant. Like it's not gonna stay damage gear forever. So it'll eventually become farming gear, and that flame is absolutely disgusting. It's pretty good. And that potential as well. This is just what I throw on if I'm actually worried about doing damage to the boss. Pretty much everything I have unlocked right now that I've tried, I just use the greed pendant even when killing it, other than Lomian, CPAP, like even Helix, I just have the greed pendant on. Our Fakexo Lab, which is just the Fakexo Lab weapon. Decent enough flame, can't Starforce or reroll the potential, so we'll just leave it like that until we get our real one, and like 3 to 4 weeks pretty much. I don't need to get too fancy with this. It's going to get replaced by Superior Gollix Belt when we get one to drop. And then that'll get to 17 stars. So this is pretty good. This is basically a permanent equip. But I didn't care to get like the hat top and bottom to legendary right away because it's really hard to roll even 2-line because of all the garbage potentials that hat top and bottom can roll. So when we had the cube sale, I didn't care to get them to unique just yet. This'll do what we need it to. That flame is pretty good for now. This is just a placeholder until we get a Twilight Mark. We're not as far away from normal Lu Will as it might seem. Same thing for this. Okay flame, not amazing. Pretty much same as this, but this just is a little better. But I already explained why these aren't legendary. That's actually better than probably both of the other two because of the 6 attack. I don't think I remember that having that. Absolute garbage. Just waiting on the Abso shoe, which we should get Sunday. This is pretty good for now. This can stay. I don't need to re-roll that potential ever. Unless I go for like either hybrid or 2-line drop, but I don't think I will. We're just waiting until we upgrade some other pieces of equipment to, because it's pretty easy to roll 3-line on your shoulder. But there's no need to rush to it. Getting everything to 17 stars is far more important than tearing up everything to legendary. Like your gloves, well, not in this order. So if we want to go in order, your weapons, secondary, emblem are like the most important. I'm just waiting to get the Princess No secondary, and then your accessories because you need drop and meso while you play the game. So that's why this is still sitting at epic. We'll at least get it to unique, probably get it to legendary at some point, but we're not in a rush right now. 17 stars, like I was saying, is far more important. It's going to give you way more damage than just rushing everything to legendary. I know so many people that just buy cubes. Bro, your gear's not even 17 stars yet. Relax. 1-line crit damage, 1-line stat, so decent. I don't probably ever need to reroll that. Having 6 job in the game, that's why I'm saying that normal Lu Will is not as far away as it might seem. And the first Arcane equip, other than a weapon, if you happen to get a weapon box to drop, that's if you're doing hard. But the first Arcane equip you should probably go for is between weapon and gloves, so that just makes sense. That's why I probably don't need to reroll that. The flame is good. This is going to sit like this for quite a while. There's far more important upgrades to make before we worry about touching that. Badge, medal. We'll get a better medal, just we don't have it yet. Yeah, I was saying hopefully we get our Princess No secondary this week. I'm going to go into that with a drop coupon. We have 8 right now, so all we need is 7. And we have more drop right now than we did then. So we should get it this week and we can actually start cubing our secondary. I'll probably still wait till after Shining because that's the point of saving all that we have up to this point. But as soon as we get enough funding, or we already have some cubes in our inventory as well, to get the Princess No Secondary to Legendary, that's like immediate priority. And hopefully get 2-line attack, but really just useful lines, because Secondary can roll way more different lines than Emblem can. So, you know, any combination of attack, boss damage, and IED, preferably just attack and boss damage, because our IED slowly but surely is catching up. Familiars help a lot with that scenario. And then hyper stats, of course, and the link skills. But any combination of those three between attack, boss, and IED, maybe not 2 lines of IED and then one of the other two. Like, that's probably not super ideal, but sometimes you have to take what you can get on a secondary and then just a placeholder until the Abso cape. We'll get Shoe next. We'll get cape last, because this is hard to look at once again. But it's only 4 days away from being replaced, and this is, you know, good enough. I didn't flame it. I didn't care to throw any cubes at it. I probably should have, but I just didn't care. So our symbols are all in line with one another. They're on pace. I think I have 40 of each in my inventory right now. So there's no reason to open them until we get to 100. Because that's, no, not even 100. 120 is what we're going to end up hitting on all of the symbols in our inventory before we can upgrade these. So that'll be another 600 stat all at once. And then our sacred symbol is about 3 days away. Could be faster if I open some of the free symbol selector coupons in the event UI. But yeah, this is only 3 days away from leveling up, so that'll be another like 5% final damage while mobbing in Cernium, so that'll help a lot. Sitting at 1435 Legion. I do plan on working on this just when I can. I'm not gonna really predict how this is gonna go. This is just something that you work on over time. I do now have 3 food storages available per week for Legion though, as opposed to the main, because I rushed 260 on the main. So that's gonna make a huge difference in Legion and getting those level 3 links that we all dread so much, because we're getting a character to 210 that we, in some cases yes, but in most cases don't plan on playing. So that's going to be huge. This event is absolutely cracked for that. I love it, and so we'll just see how it goes over time. And then I'm only 65 away from being able to get to the next Legion level, yeah. So that'll be before we know it. And it's only 150 coins, I want to say. But, and then I don't think this has changed since the last time we looked at it. So everything's at least level 2. I did just stick the Demon Slayer in the Mulung Dojo Unity Training Center. You get those free coupons if you're like MVP Silver or above. And you just sit it in there AFK, and it at 105 or above, it gains pretty decent experience early on, and then it slows way down. But we got it to 120 easily off of that. So, because last we looked, this was only level 1. So just another 5% boss for free from that. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up. I hope everybody's farming, everybody's gains, everybody's bossing is going well. Hyperion could not be more fun. So glad I decided to do it. And if you're interested enough, let me know in the comments like what kind of gains you made. Oh, if you soloed something for the first time, you're a returning player or a new player, and I'll be interested to hear it.